I don't like people making fun of my major.
Too bad. It's my constitutional God-given right to be a hating ass motherfucker. Here is the objective college major aura tier list. They say if you follow your dreams, you won't work a day in your life. Well, arts majors followed their dreams and now they really aren't working at all. When I say arts, I'm including everything artsy. Dancing, painting, sculpting, music, theater, acting. Christ, especially acting. I want to be a movie star. Well, I want to be with a cute submissive femboy, but not all our dreams can come true. These wannabes forget that in order to make it in Hollywood, you need insane connections, insane luck, and insane looks. Like, surely you've noticed how every single celebrity has the face of a supermodel and the body of an athlete, even before the fame and surgery. They're not gonna star someone for a zombie movie if they look like the goddamn monsters in the film. The thing with following your dreams is that big companies know you and millions of others want to so badly. So there's a race to the bottom where workers just hoard themselves out to get ahead. Like, sure, I'll do unpaid overtime and work weekends, and then some jackass comes along and says they'll do it for free. For free! There is a big culture of unpaid internships in the entertainment industry, and your bosses will make you do a humiliation ritual where you do mind-numbing work for 16 hours a day and suck up to them in order to maybe land a shitty paid job. I can only give these majors a big fat F for fries in the bag. A lot of people come into this wanting to do social work or to become a therapist, often because of their own trauma. And when they finally land their counseling job at a drug addiction center or something, their 40K a year salary comes with the added bonus of more emotional trauma. If it weren't for the fact that the good jobs in this field need at least a master's, this would be higher. Your time in English will entirely depend on your professors because they have near total control over the course and your grades. Like, you can have a prof assign an essay on Uncle Tom's Cabin, the 1800s anti-slavery story. And from the way they'd go on to mark the papers, you would have thought the entire class handed in extremist manifestos on how slavery should make a comeback. And I didn't know this, but some profs are really strict and anal on their attendance policies for no reason, to the point that they'd even drop entire letter grades for missing a few classes. This is really bad during flu season because students aren't gonna go all the way to a clinic to pay to get a doctor's note so they could be excused. They're going right to class where they'll spread COVID-26 or some crazy shit. If your professor chooses to cover text you just don't care about, you're done for. Like, a prof would just be there in class yapping on about the author's choice to use the word niggardly while the students nod along, pretending they even read the damn book. Niggardly is a real word, by the way. It means to be stingy. What did you think it meant? Anyway, English is whatever, C tier. Business is way harder than most people make it out to be. Like, at my school, the final exam for business calculus was to color in between the lines, and half the class failed. Alright, that's low-hanging fruit. In all seriousness, I hear people say there are no easy or hard majors, and I'm just like, please stop. I would love to see just one of these idiots survive a single engineering term. The average business student isn't the brightest. Of course, that doesn't include anyone watching this video. They're the types to be doom scrolling and be enticed by some default SoCal Asian girl into buying one of those random AI study tools and think they can now finally raise their 0.3 GPA. Like, that was the thing holding them back. All they needed was another AI slop tool. It's not the fact that they skip nearly every single lecture to game and goon, and the few times they actually come into class, all they do is game and goon. Business-related majors are the most popular for a reason. They're just chill programs that lead to stable, normal-ass careers. Finance gets an easy A, accounting gets an A too. It would be higher if it weren't hard and boring as hell. Like, my intro accounting professor likes to give my class pre-recorded lectures to help students who are falling behind, but they're only really good for falling asleep at night. Everything else business related are solid choices, but they don't compare to these two.
How many years were you in college?
I believe 2.
What'd you study?
Physics.
No, dude!
Bro minored in physics and majored in minors. So physics is crazy hard, has mid-job prospects, and was Satan's major. Definitely not for me. Yes, this is a real major. While researching for this video, I found so many made-up programs. Puppetry, paranormal psychology, bagpipe performance, clown arts, esports management, comedic arts? Really? Comedic arts? Are there really people out there so dry and boring that they need to finish an entire undergraduate program just to make people laugh? F tier for everyone. If you ask the average engineering student if they'd rather retake Calculus 3 or jump off their roof, they would be flying before you even finish your damn question. Engineering is not as exciting as Tony Stark's Iron Man makes it look. You're not going to be designing entire supercars or supercomputers or super whatever. If you get stuck with the wrong company, you'll be designing nuts and bolts for the rest of your life. In school, you'll have students stomaching grades that would have sent their high school selves into a coma. And it's no wonder the smell stereotype exists too. If you were busy studying all day, you wouldn't have time to shower either. A lot of stereotypes are true to some extent. They had to have come from somewhere or else we wouldn't find them funny. Like black people can make great athletes. Engineering students can't talk to girls, which is okay because there are hardly any in their classes anyway. If you somehow make it through the years of hell, you'll have a solid, high-paying career waiting for you. That is, if you can actually find a job in today's market. Yup, everything's going to shit and all we can do is watch stupid YouTube videos like this to distract ourselves. But hey, it could be worse. Engineers in poor countries like India go through the same hell as everyone else, and they can still end up barely making more than a farmer. Then these people try to move to the west to get better employment, and suddenly they're part of some Indian invasion. Apparently in the 21st century, invaders don't come with guns and swords but curry and naan. Despite everything, this is still an S tier. F tier. It's current year, guys. Why are we letting women gatekeep this hidden gem of a major? The pay is good, especially if you specialize. The only downside is how overworked you'll be because of the insane shortage that's been going on for years. There aren't enough Americans going to nursing school to replace the old ones choosing to leave after being traumatized by the pandemic. So hospitals are relying on foreign nurses to help with the shortage. But thanks to the country's increasingly strict immigration policies, these nurses are having trouble getting into the country to help Americans live longer, healthier lives. The job is really gross. I won't get into it because I know people often watch YouTube while eating, but if you can stomach that, this is an easy S tier. Most parents can barely handle a few children. Imagine trying to control an army of hyper kids with zero attention span thanks to Skibbity 6-7 brain rot. And the pay is shit if you work in the wrong city. Hard pass, B tier.
I'm gonna get a computer science degree and make a lot of money.
Turns out, if everybody goes into a field because it's in demand and high paying, it soon becomes oversaturated and you'll be fighting like it's Fortnite Battle Royale to be the last one standing with the high paying job. Today, computer science is the trendy major. Yesterday, it was journalism, pharmacy, and law. Tomorrow, it could be gender studies, only God knows. What I'm trying to say is every industry has its highs and lows. And right now, computer science is in a really bad low. So maybe it'll be S tier next time. If you want to know how nerdy these guys are, I saw a computer science student on Reddit talking about how these guys are geeks. This is Jeffrey Epstein saying, "I hate pedophiles. Like, it takes one to know one, and I'll take their word for it." With the insane amount of information they make you memorize, they say it's like trying to drink water out of a fire hose. You have med students studying in their textbooks, reading about how bad a lack of sleep is on the body, while cramming at 3 AM for their final exam the next morning. People like to say, "Don't go into medicine if you're only in it for the money." Have you seen these numbers? Some surgeons make more in a few years than most people make in their entire lifetime. And yeah, doctors do get crazy burnout and mental problems, but I'd much rather be depressed in a mansion than in a shitty apartment. S tier.